Long before maps, there was Wyoming. Peaks, plains, and people made a life here, where nature made no promises. It was a place shaped by endurance. Miners and railroad crews carved entire towns out of the land by hand. Many of their structures still stand today, built not for beauty, but for survival. These are reminders of how people adapted, persevered, and thrived in conditions few would challenge now. In South Pass City, a major gold discovery in the late 1860s drew thousands into the remote mountains. The flaming Gorge Green River Byway still follows the old migration and trade routes, cut across ancient rock and high desert winds. And high in the Grand Encampment Copper District, remnants of once massive tramways and smelters still cling to the slopes, ghosts of one of the largest copper operations in the West. Join me and I'll show you the real Wyoming. A place with hidden wonders that are way more fascinating than any postcard could capture. Piedmont is a small, historic ghost town located in a semi-arid region, known for its role in the development of transportation and industry in the 1800s. It once was a stop on the Union Pacific Railroad, serving as a refueling and maintenance station for steam locomotives, which required water and coal to operate. The Piedmont Charcoal Kilns State Historic Site is located just outside the town and features a group of well-preserved, beehive-shaped kilns. These beehive-shaped kilns were used to produce charcoal, which was essential for smelting ore in nearby mining operations. The burrowing owl stands out as the only owl in its region to routinely use underground burrows for nesting and roosting. It is a small, long-legged owl with bright yellow eyes, a flat facial disc, and lacks ear tufts. Contrary to the typical owl, it's frequently active during the day and may also hunt at sunrise and sunset. Its unusually long legs help it sprint after prey and maneuver on the ground. The owl then stores large quantities of its food in underground larders, with one cache reportedly having over 200 rodents. In some indigenous American cultures, the owl was considered a watcher of the dark and associated with underground spirits. Established in 1929, Grand Teton National Park covers approximately 310,000 acres in a region dominated by the Teton Range. The park is known for its dramatic landscapes, which include alpine lakes, glaciers, and forests. The Snake River flows through the park, providing habitat for wildlife and opportunities for recreational activities such as fishing and rafting. Historically, the area was used by Native Americans, but by the early 19th century, fur trappers and explorers arrived, followed by settlers. The park was established in 1929 to protect the Teton Range and surrounding landscapes, and later expanded to include much of Jackson Hole. It also includes several historic structures, such as the Mormon Row Historic District, which provides further insight into the lives of early settlers in the region. The Grand Teton Range is a prominent mountain chain located within Grand Teton National Park. It spans approximately 40 miles in length and features some of the most distinctive and rugged peaks in the region. Both the range and the park are named after Grand Teton, the residing highest peak, which rises to 13,775 feet. However, the range is relatively young in geological terms, formed only between 6 and 9 million years ago through tectonic activity. It is primarily composed of granite and other igneous rocks. The steep, jagged peaks were shaped by glacial erosion during the last ice age, which carved out U-shaped valleys. Found within the Grand Teton National Park is the bison, which is the largest wild mammal in the region, with bulls weighing up to 2,000 pounds and standing about 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Although their bulk suggests otherwise, bison are prey animals that can leap over fences and swiftly pivot to escape predators. Unlike many other herds, the population in the park does not undergo extensive migrations, but moves locally between grasslands and lower elevations, especially in the winter months. This is due to their huge heads and strong necks, allowing them to plough through snow to reach forage in winter. They also tend to be wallowing, which is when they roll in dust or mud to shed fur, keep cool, and manage parasites. These actions help prairie ecosystems and create habitat diversity, aiding other plants and animals. Bighorn sheep are one of the most iconic wildlife species in Grand Teton National Park, inhabiting the higher elevations of the park. Iconic for their impressive curved horns, these animals are well adapted to the rugged mountainous terrain of the Teton Range. Their ability to navigate steep terrain helps them evade predators such as wolves and mountain lions. They are social animals who live in herds that are typically segregated by sex outside of the mating season, with rams forming bachelor groups and ewes living with their young. During the fall rutting season, rams compete for dominance by engaging in head-butting contests with their horns, which can be heard from a distance. Unfortunately, their populations have faced challenges due to habitat loss, disease, and competition with domestic livestock. In Grand Teton National Park, efforts have been made to protect their habitat and monitor their populations. Jenny Lake is one of the most visited and recognisable features in the park, located at the base of the Teton Range. The lake is named after Jenny Lee, the Shoshone wife of Richard Beaver Dick Lee, an early settler and trapper in the area. Its clear, cold waters are fed by Cascade Creek, which originates from melting snow and ice in the Teton Range. Another iconic animal is the cow moose, which is the largest female in the deer family. Unlike other deer, the cow moose is usually solitary, except during mating season or when raising calves. Frequently found around lakes, streams and marshy meadows, in Grand Teton, it is known for fiercely defending its calves, especially in spring and early summer. The cow moose is also an excellent swimmer, being able to swim up to 6 miles per hour, using their long legs to move through marshes and across lakes. Although it has weak vision, it has exceptional hearing and smell, helping it avoid danger. It can kick in all directions, including sideways, making all sides dangerous when agitated. The Mormon Row Historic District is a collection of historic buildings situated on a flat, open area with views of the Teton Range to the west. The area was settled in the 1890s by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, commonly known as Mormons. These settlers established a small community, building homes, barns, and other structures to support their agricultural lifestyle. The district includes approximately 27 buildings, many of which are constructed from locally sourced materials such as wood and stone. Grizzly bears are the biggest carnivores in Grand Teton, with their muscular shoulder hump used for digging and strength. Individual adult males can range over large territories, sometimes as much as 2,000 square miles. These bears usually enter dens by mid-fall and can remain dormant for up to 7 months, surviving on stored fat. Pregnant females give birth in the den, nursing tiny blind cubs through winter. In fact, some of the most dangerous encounters in the park involve female grizzlies with cubs due to their extreme protectiveness. They act as keystone species, helping to control animal populations, disperse seeds, and enrich the soil through digging and foraging. Jackson Lake is the largest lake in Grand Teton National Park, formed by glacial activity thousands of years ago, with its basin carved out by moving ice. It is fed by the Snake River, which enters the lake from the north and exits to the south. The lake's water levels are regulated by the Jackson Lake Dam, which was constructed in 1916 to provide irrigation water for agricultural areas downstream. Due to its pristine waters, it is a popular destination for boating, fishing, and camping. Known for their intelligence and resourcefulness, coyotes are one of the most adaptable and widespread predators found throughout the park, from open meadows to forested areas. They are medium-sized canids with fur that is usually a mix of grey, brown and tan, with lighter underparts, helping them blend into their surroundings. These animals are omnivores with a varied diet. They primarily hunt small mammals such as mice, voles, and rabbits, but they also eat birds, insects, and plant matter. In the park, they may scavenge from carcasses left by larger predators like wolves or bears as well. Their ability to adapt their diet to available resources is key to their survival. Holly Lake is another high alpine lake that is a popular destination for hikers and backpackers. The lake is accessible via the Holly Lake Trail, a 12.6-mile round-trip hike that is considered moderately strenuous. It is also often used as a stopping point for those hiking the Teton Crest Trail, a longer route that traverses the Teton Range. Backpackers can camp near the lake, but permits are required, and visitors must follow leave no trace principles to protect the fragile alpine environment. On the other side of the spectrum, river otters are recognised for their sociable and lively behaviour. Adapted to both land and water, river otters spend much of their time swimming and hunting in rivers, lakes and wetlands throughout the park. They are often seen sliding down muddy or snowy riverbanks, playing together in the water or rolling on land. Although typically nocturnal, in Grand Teton, they show a mix of nocturnal and daytime activity, especially in larger groups. With webbed feet, streamlined bodies, and strong tails, otters can stay underwater up to 8 minutes and use sensitive whiskers to detect prey, like fish, amphibians, and crustaceans. They usually take over burrows made by other animals or use natural cavities along the riverbank. Granite Falls is a waterfall located in the northern part of the park. It is situated along Granite Creek, which flows through a rugged canyon before dropping approximately 40 feet over a series of cascades. The falls are surrounded by granite rock formations and overgrown forests. It is most impressive in the spring and early summer, when snow melt increases the volume of water flowing over the falls. Aladdin is recognised as a living ghost town, meaning it still has residents and open businesses, but most of its original structures are abandoned or minimally used. It was named Aladdin, after the character in the Middle Eastern folktale Aladdin and the Magic Lamp, reflecting the hopes of prospectors and settlers for sudden fortunes from coal mines and railroads. At its peak, the population reached around 200 people. Today, the year-round population is typically fewer than 20. Devil's Tower National Monument is a prominent geological formation that was the first declared United States National Monument in 1906. The tower is composed of igneous rock, specifically phonolite porphyry, and its distinctive columnar structure is the result of the cooling and fracturing of molten material millions of years ago. The site is widely recognized for its cultural significance to several Native American tribes, who have various names for it, such as Bear Lodge. Devil's Tower is also famous for its role in rock climbing history. The first recorded ascent was in 1893 by local ranchers using a wooden ladder. Today, it has over 5,000 routes documented, though climbing is still restricted during June out of respect for indigenous ceremonies. Found in the area near Devil's Tower National Monument, the black-tailed prairie dog is well known for living in large colonies called towns, which can cover many acres with complex networks of underground burrows. By digging extensive burrows, these prairie dogs influence soil aeration and create habitats used by other animals. They live in family groups called coteries within the larger colony. They are also famous for their wide range of high-pitched calls and alarms used to warn of predators and communicate with other prairie dogs. Historically, some indigenous peoples hunted prairie dogs for food and used their fur for clothing. The Peregrine falcons are famous for their incredible speed, reaching over 200 miles per hour in a hunting dive, making them the fastest birds in the world. At Devil's Tower, peregrine falcons nest on cliff ledges and rock faces, taking advantage of the monument's rugged vertical surfaces for protection and vantage points. They primarily feed on medium-sized birds, such as pigeons, doves, and songbirds, which they catch mid-air after a high-speed chase or stoop. Many peregrine falcons migrate, with some travelling thousands of miles. However, some populations near Devil's Tower may remain year-round depending on food availability. Atlantic City is well known for having one of the first and longest boardwalks in the world, originally built in 1870 to help protect the shoreline and improve beach access. The idea of a wooden promenade was first implemented here to prevent sand from being tracked into hotels, a concept copied by other coastal towns. It also became a major centre for legalised gambling starting in the late 1970s, which helped revive its economy. The Flaming Gorge Green River Basin Scenic Byway is a 100-mile route that winds through a varied landscape of canyons, rivers, and high desert plains. The route is named after the Flaming Gorge, a dramatic canyon carved by the Green River. The Byway also passes through the Green River Basin, a vast area characterised by sagebrush plains, buttes and mesas. It follows parts of the historic Union Pacific Railroad line, which was instrumental in the development of the region during the late 19th century. Thus, this byway provides access to numerous recreational opportunities, including hiking, fishing, and wildlife viewing. It also offers panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, making it a popular route for road trips and outdoor enthusiasts. The osprey is often seen near the Flaming Gorge Reservoir and Green River, hunting for fish near the water's surface. Almost entirely fish-based, ospreys catch fish ranging from 4 to 12 inches long. They capture prey by plunging feet first into water and carry fish head forward to reduce wind resistance. They are found across most continents, except Antarctica, with populations returning strongly to areas affected by pesticide decline after mid-20th century conservation efforts. The Flaming Gorge area became an important habitat after osprey populations rebounded due to environmental protections, especially after the banning of harmful pesticides like DDT. Many of them in this region continue to migrate south for the winter, but return in spring to breed and hunt. South Pass City is recognised as an authentic gold mining town, laid out in 1867 after gold was discovered. At its peak around 1870, the population reached about 2,000. The town is credited as the birthplace of women's suffrage in the region. In 1869, William Bright, a local saloon owner and elected legislator from South Pass City, introduced a bill that led to women gaining the right to vote, a first in the world. The mule deer are named for their large, mule-like ears, which can be nearly 8 inches long and help them detect sounds of predators in their environment. Often found in the foothills, shrublands and open spaces around South Pass City, mule deer are well adapted to the semi-arid, rocky terrain of the region. Renowned for their bounding leaps, mule deer can jump distances up to 20 feet at a time, usually in a zigzag pattern to evade predators. They are crepuscular, most active in early morning and late evening, though often seen throughout the day. These animals tend to be solitary or travel in small groups, especially does with fawns, but can form larger herds in winter. As herbivores, they primarily browse on shrubs, twigs, grasses, and occasionally fruits and berries, though they adjust their diet seasonally based on available vegetation. The red-tailed hawk is one of the most widely seen hawks around South Pass City. Its distinctive reddish-brown tail is a key identifying feature, especially visible in flight. Frequently seen soaring high on broad, rounded wings, using air thermals to stay aloft while searching for prey. Pairs defend large territories year-round, often against other raptors. Their call is a distinctive, piercing, descending scream, often used in movies to represent birds of prey. In the wild, they can live 10 to 15 years, with some reaching over 20 years in captivity. JM was established as a service town in the early 20th century, designed to support ranchers and homesteaders in the surrounding area. It was built near a watering hole along the Old Texas Trail, a key livestock and freight route. Its name comes from the cattle brand J. Rolling M, belonging to Jim Moore, an early rancher who had one of the region's largest ranches by 1869. The heart of JM, containing these early structures, is now recognised as a historic district listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The Wind River Range is a major mountain range, home to some of the highest peaks in the region. The mountains are primarily composed of granite and feature over 1,300 glaciers, making it one of the most glaciated areas in the contiguous United States. The range is known for its extensive trail system, covering hundreds of miles, which attracts hikers, climbers, and backpackers. The Bighorn Mountains, while separate from the Wind River Range, are often associated with the broader region. They are among the oldest mountain ranges in the world, with rock formations dating back over 3 billion years. The mountains are named after the bighorn sheep that once roamed the area in large numbers. Shell Creek is a significant waterway originating in the Wind River Range. It flows for about 50 miles through canyons and valleys before joining the Bighorn River. The creek is known for its clear waters and is a popular spot for fishing, particularly for trout. Teton Basin is a high-altitude glacial basin remotely located in the range, carved by ancient glaciers that shaped its U-shaped valleys and steep walls. The basin is named after the Teton brothers, early 20th century explorers and mountaineers who were among the first to extensively map and climb the Wind River Range. Due to its remote location and high elevation, Titcomb Basin offers incredible stargazing opportunities where the Milky Way is vividly visible on clear nights. Grand Encampment Copper District gained prominence as a major mining centre at the turn of the 20th century. It featured one of the largest and most ambitious copper operations in the region, drawing thousands of prospectors, miners and investors during its boom years. The standout feature of the district was a 16-mile-long aerial tramway, once the longest in the world, built to carry copper ore from mountain mines down to a smelter in the valley. Surrounded by mountain ranges, Star Valley is a long, narrow valley in western Wyoming, recognized for its scenic beauty and outdoor recreational opportunities. It is known for its agricultural history, particularly dairy farming, which has earned it the nickname Little Switzerland of America. The Salt River flows through Star Valley, running approximately 89 miles from its headwaters in the mountains to its confluence with the Snake River. It gets its name from the naturally occurring salt deposits found along its banks. The river played a key role in the settlement of Star Valley, providing water for agriculture and livestock. In fact, early settlers built irrigation systems to divert water from the river, which helped establish the valley's farming and ranching industries. The river is also popular for kayaking, tubing, and canoeing, especially during the summer months when water levels are higher. Additionally, it offers excellent fishing opportunities, attracting anglers to visit the river, often for its clear waters and abundant fish populations. Jenny Falls is a scenic waterfall located near the town of Afton, named after a local family, and has become a well-known landmark in the valley. The falls drop approximately 50 feet and are accessible via a short hike. Miners' Delight is a ghost town that was once a lively gold mining settlement during the late 19th century. It is one of the better preserved mining camps with many original cabins and mining structures still standing. It is often described as evocative for its well-preserved buildings that give a clear impression of life during the mining era, despite having few or no permanent residents today. Old Trail Town is a historic site that recreates a frontier settlement from the late 19th century. Located near a major river, it features over 26 original buildings relocated from various parts of the region, which include log cabins, saloons, a schoolhouse, and a blacksmith shop. The town also contains artifacts such as wagons, tools, and firearms, providing insight into daily life during the frontier era. One of the notable features of Old Trail Town is its cemetery, which includes the graves of several historical figures, like John Jeremiah Liver-Eating Johnston, a famous frontiersman and scout. The area is also home to a population of free-roaming wild Mustangs, descendants of horses brought to the region by Spanish explorers and settlers. These horses can usually be seen in the McCullough Peaks Wild Horse Management Area, as they are able to maintain a habitat suitable to keep up a sustainable population. Visitors to the area can observe the Mustangs in their natural environment, often grazing or roaming across the open landscape. The horses vary in colour and size, reflecting their mixed ancestry. The management area is also used for research and conservation efforts, ensuring the protection of these iconic animals for future generations. The Northern Harrier is well known for its distinctive low, gliding flight over grasslands and wetlands while hunting. It uses this flight style to surprise prey hidden in vegetation. Unlike many hawks, the Northern Harrier has a facial structure similar to owls, a disc of feathers around the eyes that helps it detect sounds, aiding in hunting. It prefers open areas like grasslands, marshes and fields, making the open spaces around Old Trail Town ideal for its lifestyle. Jeffrey City is known as one of the most prominent examples of a uranium boomtown that quickly became a ghost town. It experienced rapid growth in the 1950s and early 1960s due to uranium mining, followed by a steep decline when the market collapsed. The remote rail town of Carter is another place that has largely slipped into a ghost town, serving as a minor transportation hub for freight and passengers in a remote area. Once somewhat active due to rail traffic and related services, its remote location contributed to gradual depopulation, with residents moving toward larger towns or cities for work and services. Sunlight Basin is a remote valley located in a mountainous region. It is characterized by its open meadows, dense forests, and the winding Sunlight Creek, which flows through the valley. Historically, the basin was used by indigenous peoples for hunting and gathering. Later, it became a route for early settlers and explorers due to its proximity to natural resources. The basin remains sparsely populated, with limited development, preserving its wild character. Black bears at Sunlight Basin are regarded for their ability to thrive in a range of habitats, including forests, alpine meadows, and river valleys in the area. The most widely distributed bear species across North America, they historically occupied vast forested regions. Unlike some larger bear species, these bears are excellent climbers, often escaping danger or searching for food in trees. Primarily frugivorous during summer and fall, they gorge on berries, nuts, and roots to build fat reserves for winter. In spring, they consume fresh shoots, insects, and carrion. They rely heavily on a keen sense of smell, which is several times stronger than that of a bloodhound, to find food. Bears in this region have adapted to occasional human presence, requiring management to reduce conflicts, especially where campsites or trails overlap bear habitat. Clark's nutcracker serves a role in dispersing seeds of pine trees, especially whitebark and limber pines. In fact, it is famous for its remarkable ability to store thousands of seeds in scattered caches and remember their locations months later. The bird is named after William Clark of the Lewis and Clark expedition, who documented many species in the early 1800s. The nutcracker part comes from its strong bill, used to crack open pine cones and extract seeds. Mountain lions are known for their elusive behaviour and top predator status in Sunlight Basin's ecosystem. Historically, mountain lions had one of the largest ranges of any wild terrestrial mammal in the Western Hemisphere, from northern forests to southern deserts. They figure prominently in folklore and stories of many indigenous cultures in the region, often symbolizing strength and cunning. As strict carnivores, they feed mainly on ungulates like mule deer and elk, but they also hunt smaller animals such as rabbits, raccoons, and rodents. While not built for long chases, mountain lions can sprint up to 40 miles per hour in short bursts. They can also leap horizontally up to 20 feet and vertically over 15 feet, useful for navigating rugged terrain and ambushing prey. These are the wildlife and ghost towns of the state of Wyoming. Now, if you don't want to miss the most interesting secrets of China, check out this video.